Hello again, I'm Wayward, and this is Command & Conquer Remastered. I have another 1v1 with myself as blue and Arcturas as yellow. I don't know if you caught that in the very beginning, but Arcturas actually moved his MCV a little bit before he set down the Conyard. I'm not sure how common that is. I had no clue that he would have done that, of course. By the way, I love the Conyard in this game. It is so cool. Of course, it's the classic. So, when I played this, I was feeling really scared. So I went barracks first to try to scout around. Of course, my opponent goes refinery into barracks. It's actually a pretty big map, much bigger than the last one I cast. Also, not a ton of terrain. This one's really open, just got some trees and some paths. Not much in the way of cliffs going on. So you see my opponent, Arcturas, is just producing a ton of grenadiers right now on 2 refineries. I do find him.
Construction complete.
Gets that guard tower out.
Our base is under attack.
For my part, I have got my 2nd refinery, producing a few defensive units so I can see at least a little bit of what he's doing.
Yes.
Trying to get some map vision.
Building.
See what's going on the top of his base. Second power plant for me. I can't remember what I was thinking when I tried to do this and pathing my units right through the Tiberium, of course. So I managed to get a fair few of his guys with my Grenadier scout. I may have lost my other scouts to Tiberium. See, Arcturus is being really defensive right now, trying to make sure that nothing gets up into his base. Oh, this is really bad. I'm right in that Tiberium. Poor guys. Paying attention to the wrong thing. I managed to kill his command center with a sneak attack thanks to these out of position grenadiers, and now he's stuck on 2 refinery with a war factory. This isn't the worst possible scenario actually in Command & Conquer because he's got his weapons factory and he's got his barracks, so he's definitely got a lot of production options right now. He can continue to improve his economy. He can produce basically everything he needs in terms of tanks and soldiers. Over on my side, of course, I do have my command center, construction yard rather, and the war factory has produced another harvester, and up there under the under the mini map is my landing pad. So I don't think I can get harvester counts, but right now it looks like Arcturus has 3 and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 3. This map actually has a lot of Tiberium on it, so matches can last for a long time if players are relatively evenly matched. Coming out to see what I can do in terms of harassment and... Oh, just squishes that guy. Tanks start coming out. I feel like taking out his power plant, looks like he's just got the 1 right now, is one way I can tie this match up. And assault on that war factory because once the tanks are done, he's done. Of course, Arcturus manages to clean that up. He's actually doing pretty well on resources right now. So the repair is going to slow him down a little bit, but not completely trounce him. For my part, his army's looking a little scary right now because I don't have a lot on the field and nothing in the way of vehicles besides this single Orca, which is going to harass tanks but not take them out directly. for Arcturas' part, he could stop this by getting a couple of rocket soldiers out. It's interesting that he doesn't do that. Just continuing to produce tanks. Of course, usually in a game like this, tanks are how you're going to win. I have my first tank out, but largely I'm relying on this kind of wimpy infantry force. I think he's defending up here because he's worried. He still doesn't even know where I am. Interesting.
Unit ready.
Worried about me coming
Building.
up and attacking his war factory again. You can see I'm doing really well in terms of harvester production. It makes 5, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I have 5. So definitely doing okay in terms of economy, but I'm spending resources literally as fast as I can get them. Stalling out, where Arcturus is pretty comfortably just creating tanks, actually floating a lot of resources. Seriously, a couple of rocket soldiers would really do him well right now. And for his part, he has no real clue where I am. He just knows where I've been coming from.
Yeah. Okay.
And for my part, I can see him maneuvering around. I think he knows where I am at this point.
Building.
See, this is what I try to do, is give myself a bit of a concave for my enemy to attack into.
Acknowledged. Affirmative.
A second Orca on the field now. And here comes our big battle. Bit of a standoff as both players try to make sure that they're in the best possible position. Arcturus does have the tank advantage. Has 2 tanks on me. A bit of mismanagement on both sides. Tanks are evened up. Finally, defender's advantage, and the Orcas are going to play in here. One last tank comes in and gets cleaned up. Bringing the mini-map back up. Arcturus is pretty low on everything right now. Still doing really well in terms of funds, but nothing besides repairing. Oh, really bad. The Orcas land, and I completely miss that they've done that. Gets a free Orca, gets just the one. Continuing to comfortably produce tanks, while on my end I am pushing out to see if I can end the game. Arcturus still seems to be trading favorably on me. Just on stats over here. One tank goes down, second one pulls back to save its DPS. I don't feel like I can break this with my incredibly small army, so trying to build up again. Got some APCs coming out, and he does see it. You see they are loaded with engineers to try to be sneaky and get the kill in. Of course, with no real support from the army. This is a risky maneuver. One engineer comes out, gets the steal, and there's the sell-off. The second one dies. Just happened right there. I think the guard tower got it. But a massive blow to Arcturus' economy. Still, he's doing pretty good in terms of army. Manages to crush my force. Down to a single refinery. I don't think it had... There's a harvester down here. That's actually really bad. I should pull it back up somewhere else. Should have killed it. Oh well. So he's still running on 3 or 4 harvesters. Still actually has the ability to produce, doing tolerably well here. Some harassment on this harvester. Doesn't manage to get it. Again, he has 2 tanks up on me. Got a couple more back at base. And this underutilized Orca. I'm sorry, Orca. You are underutilized. Right now, Arcturas is sitting pretty on 6 tanks. And here I come with my 5. Trying to get that harvester kill. Tie this up. In Command & Conquer, you're always kind of one big mistake away from being wiped out. I think this is a pretty good tank force. He's not really focusing. Oh, there it goes. Now he's got 5 to my 1. This Orca is not going to be able to do too much to stop it. See that tank, even that tank survives. Grenadiers doing what they can to pitch in, which is not much against tanks. So I decide to run them to his base, since I know they can't do anything to his vehicles. Arcturus actually doing really, really well with his tanks right here. Not getting the crush like he should. And there goes the refinery. That is it for Arcturus' economy. Now he's stuck with what he has, which is still better than what I have at the moment. Sell off in the barracks. Try to get any more tanks out that he can. Bad harvester management here from me. Letting them go right into harm's way. I don't know where they think they're going. So even with all that, Arcturus still has a pretty dominant army. Tank numbers finally starting to even up. And with that, that's the last of his forces. No more tanks, no more economy, no more nothing. A well-fought match by Arcturus. It's a bit of a bad manner here with the guard tower. Gonna make me kill it, not gonna sell it off. Fun match. Thanks for watching.